Ladies and gents, we're hitting up a Tiki-Taka Gladiator today. Let's check it out. Yes, this is the 5212 Gladiator Tiki-Taka from FM Studio. There is absolutely no description, just a really nice thumbnail, pretty much. But I have no idea what team he used. I have no idea if there's any other instructions. Unfortunately, there's just nothing in the Steam Workshop where I found this. So we're going to check it out. We're going to check out the tactic at the end of the video. But first, let's see what actually happened with our teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Ipswitch Town in the championship. Well, unfortunately, Liverpool coming in 4th place, Champions League still, but 74 points is not where they should be. Usually around 10 points higher. 72 goals for, not a goal scoring tactic. I mean, I guess I can't say that because 75 for Man City and then 72 for both Arsenal and Liverpool. So they're tied for second. But overall, not the greatest one so far for Liverpool. And if we look at Aston Villa, they're in the Europa League in 14th place. That is insane. But 57 goals for, 43 points. Definitely not the greatest of seasons for them. Well, starting with the EFL Cup, you can see out in the semifinals against Manchester City. Not great there. However, the FA Cup, a perfect run all the way through until the final against Manchester City, 1-1 in penalties. So if I'm a Liverpool fan, which I am, clearly, I would much rather have the FA Cup than the Carabao Cup, and against Manchester City, that's huge. Unfortunately, no second trophy for Liverpool out in the Europa League round of 16 against Napoli. Not the greatest of runs there. So competitions, Premier League doing Europa League, not great at all. I mean, you got to the round of 16, but unfortunately not through it. FA Cup is the trophy to beat right now, and Carabao Cup not really right there either. Squad-wise, yeah, it could be interesting. 25 goals for Nunez, 24 for Salah. Fantastic showing for those two. Even 19 for Jota is very good. 17 assists for Trent, who's now out in real life for a little while, but average rating 7.37 for Mohamed Salah, 7.28 for Darwin Nunez. Not too bad of a run there. And unfortunately, it's continuing the Manchester City show. 0-4 for Aston Villa against Manchester City in the EFL Cup quarterfinal, and then 0-3 in the FA Cup semis. But the Europa Conference League is where they get the Europa League next season. Eintracht Frankfurt beating them 2-0 in the final, beating the likes of Fiorentina, Lugano, Levski Sofia. So competition-wise, Premier League not good at all. Conference League, fantastic, winning that. FA Cup and Carabao Cup completely out by Manchester City. So this should be somewhat abysmal. 29 goals for Ollie Watkins. A lot better than what I was expecting. Diaby with 22. Assist-wise, 14 for Digne and Cash apiece. And then average rating, Ollie Watkins was 7.12. Compared to what we usually see in the data hub, this is pretty sad. Liverpool usually up there in the attacking side, not there this time around. And if we look at Aston Villa, even worse. And stats, not going to see much here. Liverpool in 3rd place, like I said, with 72 goals. Aston Villa all the way in the bottom with 8th. Fewest shots against Liverpool is up there in 3rd. Most possession, Liverpool apparently possession-based tactics, 63%. Aston Villa's got 4th with 60. Most dribbles made, nobody. We've got most tackles, Aston Villa with most tackles won. Everton topping the list though. Best pass completion, Liverpool and Aston Villa are both in the list. Most shots for Liverpool in 6th. So overall, somewhat average on the stats. Unfortunately, Liverpool getting in the most goals, in the most possession. And as we switch up to the championship side of things with Ipswitch Town, 10th place is where they're supposed to be in the end, 69 points. The problem is we've seen them a lot higher, doing a lot better in pretty much all the tactics we've seen, minus a handful. And this just kind of joins that handful, sadly. Out fairly quickly in both cups, EFL Cup first round against Bristol Rovers. They do beat Middlesbrough, but unfortunately out in the FA Cup 4th round against Southampton. Competition-wise, a fairly average season all around, although not compared to what we've lately been seeing with them in a lot of these tactic talks. But, in this 10th place, it's fairly average. Squad-wise, we'll see how they do. 20 goals for Hurst. Not a bad tally. We've definitely seen him higher. Assists 15 for Leif Davis. A great job there. 7-13 for Nelson Vapor, though. Again, we've seen him before. Stats-wise, the only place you see them is most possession in 2nd and best pass completion in 3rd. So I'm not even going to show you anything else because they're just not there. Overall, though, how do these teams do? Well, I wouldn't say this is the tactics to use. If you like this the formation of it, I think we've seen better. Overall, they just didn't do very well. Liverpool in 4th is not bad a position on the table, but again, we're used to seeing them a lot higher. And again, things just didn't go well in this tactic. Aston Villa in 14th, Ipswich Town in 10th, not the greatest. But as we look at the tactic itself, you can see 5-2-1-2 Gladiator. It is a sweeper keeper in defend, central defender on the left as a stopper, ball playing defender in the central spot, and a wide center back in support on the right, complete wing backs in support on both sides, deep lying playmaker above them, sitting next to a box-to-box, an advanced playmaker, a forward, and then an advanced forward up front next to a pressing forward, both in attack. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with is fairly wide, play out of defense, passing directness is much shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses work the ball in the box, dribble less and be more disciplined. In transition, counter press, distribute to the center backs, take short kicks, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and stop the crosses. And that is it. Unfortunately, a tactic that just didn't seem to work for our 3 teams very well. But that is it for me, Sefin FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.